I happened to be in my hometown for a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd give a more in-depth answer to this question. I grew up in a small town in Oregon, and if you know anything about Oregon and its history with people of color, it's not great. The first laws in Oregon surrounding people of color was that if they tried to settle here, they would get 39 lashes every 6 months until they left Oregon. Once Oregon became a state, the original Oregon Constitution stated that people of color could not own land or vote or participate in the legal process. The state of Oregon was founded as a place for farmers from the Midwest to come and farm without competing with the farms of enslavers. Essentially, the Oregon Trail was white flight on hard mode. When the federal government finally passed laws that overrode Oregon's exclusion laws, it was already an unsafe place for people of color. In the 10 years after it became legal for people of color to own land in Oregon, the black population increased by 75 people. 75 people in 10 years. Oregon's constitution stated that it was illegal for a person of color to even be in the state of Oregon until they changed the constitution in the year 2000. Fast forward to now, and the entire state of Oregon is about 2% black. The population of my hometown is more than 90% white and less than 1/2 of 1% black. And no, I didn't learn any of this in school. I should have, but I didn't. I'm sure I was supposed to learn this in school, probably from my American history teacher, who was my wrestling coach, the one that showered with kids, the one that got banned from being a wrestling coach because he misappropriated funds, the same teacher that got reprimanded for violating a student's First Amendment rights during his civics class. He's likely as racist as he is ignorant. The internet is great for learning and answering questions that you have surrounding America's history and race relations in America. But if you don't know what questions to ask, it's hard to find the answers. But when you do start looking, it's like a never-ending rabbit hole of oppression. It's like so saturated into every aspect of every area of your life in America. After living in St. Louis for over a decade now, it's crazy to me to think about people in Oregon who go their entire lives without ever having one conversation with a person of color.